Hey, what is up everyone? This is Radioactive SNG continuing this playthrough of Super Mario World for the SNES. In the last episode, we got all 96 exits in this game. We have every single exit, what worlds 1 through 7, Star Road, and also the special worlds. We did everything in this game. And we have one final thing left to do, and that is to face off with the big man himself, Bowser, and save our princess. So yeah, it has been a crazy ride. Like I said, 100% this game. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but you know, we have to get down to the main objective of this game. And yeah, let's get going down here. This is going to be the fastest route to get to Valley of Bowser. Again, back then I used to just take this Star Road right here in World 5 and then skip like 2 different worlds and then come straight to the last world. And that was the path I always kind of did. Alright, but we're going to be going into the front door. There is a back door right here. Basically, I showed how to get this in the 7th episode. But yeah, that pretty much brings you directly to the Bowser fight. If you want to just do that and you unlock it, then go for it. But we're gonna be taking the scenic route to Bowser to fight him. We're gonna be taking the last stage of the game, and it is gonna be some fun. So what I'm gonna do before we jump into this is I'm gonna get a couple power-ups, just because I'm gonna be showing all of the doors, like all the different rooms of Bowser's castle. And that definitely merits the power-ups. Like I'm not a god at Mario World. I'm good. I'm just not a god. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna get some power-ups and be right back. All right, quick little edit. We have ourselves some power-ups, and we are gonna be jumping into the front door. Again, there are what is it? 8 different doors. There's the first room. There's gonna be 4 different doors you can go through. And then after that, there's like the next 4. So we're gonna be taking each and every single door you see here, and yeah, we'll be going through each one. I'm gonna recommend y'all the best ones to take. Like, there's definitely a preferred route to take, but I guess it's like a game of like guessing, like trick. Like it's like a trick thing, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, like because some of these doors are extremely difficult in comparison to like some other ones. I'm just saying. All right. Okay. Sure. Alright, looking good so far. Yeah, that is pretty much that. Just a room with columns in it. And that brings us to the next set of rooms. So 5 through 8. And yeah, we'll be going into door number 2. So yeah. Alright, we're gonna be going into door number 2 now. If I remember, this one's pretty easy. Yeah, you're just on a little fence like we seen in Iggy's castle here. Pretty easy. You just stay on this side, honestly, because the little fireball potable things will not be able to hit you from right here. And that is pretty much that. Really easy room. And just like that, back to the second room. So yeah, why don't we go to the third door? All right, we're going into door number 3 here. This is the first of this first room. The first 4 doors, I recommend going through this one, mainly because it is easily the easiest room. There's like almost no chance of getting hurt. There's some little Mecha Koopas here. You're going to see these for the first time. Extra life up here. But the reason I recommend this room, not only because these enemies are really easy to kill, and just there is a feather on this area. So if you come to this stage with no power up, then this is easily like the room you want to come to, because you get a feather. And that is that. So back to this room again. Alright, let's go to door number 4. Alright, we're going to door number 4 here. If I remember, this is probably the most difficult one, mainly because of this. Yeah, so this is kind of like a reminder of Wendy's castle. It has the little fire dudes, little Sparkies, I think is their names, and just the little gray moving blocks and stuff. But overall, pretty easy room. Yeah. Alright, let's go on into door number 5. If I remember, door number 5 is kind of interesting. I'm gonna let these go down, and I'm gonna let them come up. Alright, let's go for it. Yeah, you gotta get moving at a... Holy crap, man. I left like super early and I still got hit. I hate this room. Every time, like this room, that room right there is BS. Like, that's why I'd never go in it. Like, I guess they expect you to be small here. Like, because it will take your power up in that room. But it's BS. Alright, let's go to door number 6. Alright, we're going on to door number 6 right here. This is easily the most difficult room, and probably the longest tedious one. It's a water kind of fortress thing. it sucks. Just because it's like water and spikes, it's not fun. Water physics are okay, but just not on this stage. I don't know. Admittedly, it is a lot easier on SNES because of the screen size. On GBA, this is a it's really difficult. I actually really dislike this room on GBA. You can't really, like, picture about 25% of the screen of like what you're seeing. It's like really difficult just for that reason. Alright, but we're doing pretty well. I guess it was a lot easier than I remember on SNES. Like I said, those screen sizes make a huge difference. And this room, since it's water, you're gonna have to be patient. Yeah, we seen a fortress just like this. Everything about Bowser's Castle is kind of like a gauntlet, if you will, of like what you've seen before. Kind of like Sonic Unleashed, Eggman Land. They just kind of throw everything that you've been given back at you again, and just like that, really easy room. Takes you to the next room, back to this dark room that we seen earlier. So we'll be jumping into room door number 7 now. Alright, we're going to door number 7 right here. Here we go. Actually I guess the most balanced room. I wouldn't say this room is hard, it just has these Bowser statues everywhere, and they're not even difficult to deal with. You just have these gold ones. I really like this room though. It's really green, and you know, you don't see this background ever like in the game. You see this background, but it's not green, so it's like really interesting. I love when Nintendo switches up the colors of their backgrounds, kind of flip things around. It just kind of makes you wonder what else like the game could do. I don't know. Like, that's why I always kind of wanted a dedicated sequel to this game. We're going to be going into door number 8. Alright, we're going into door number 8. This is the other door I recommend. Again, it's just like door number 3. There is a feather up here. So if you get your green switch palace like you're supposed to, then you have yourself another easy feather. So you should be, on paper, you should be having two. You should have your feather and your the one in reserve by this point. So yeah, pretty easy. Definitely the room you want to go in. It's like not even that hard. If you have the feather, you can just press your what is this, the Y button, and kill all the charging chucks in sight. Now I like this room right here just because of the whole what would you say? I guess how dark it is and stuff. It's like a really cool gimmick. Unfortunately on GBA, the game itself is so washed out. Like the colors are so washed out and bright. It's actually disgusting. That this room is literally like, you see the color. You see how bright it is where this disco ball thing is? That's how bright this game is on GBA, like in this area. Like there's almost no point to this room being dark on that game. It's pretty disgusting. But yeah. Alright, here we go. Facing off with the big man himself, Bowser. Alright. We have our little item up there in reserve in case we need that. But Bowser's a pretty easy fight. I mean, you shouldn't be dying to this guy. At least maybe your first couple tries, I don't know. On GBA, I died to this guy a lot, because that was my first experience with the game. Alright, just kind of letting him do his little thing right here. You don't want to let this dude be under you, because he will drop these things. Shit. Alright, there we go. There we go, alright, got one hit on him. Yeah, you don't want to miss these, like I just did. Because, after the first round, he will start to, do other stuff. But basically, you're kicking these Mecha Koopas up and onto his head. That's pretty much that. After 2 hits, he will retreat. I don't know if it's because his head hurts or something, but my dude's probably going to cry somewhere. He's shooting his fireballs. I don't know. I really love this boss fight, though. It's really nostalgic, you know. Yeah, it's really nostalgic. I just remember as a kid watching my stepdad beat this boss and thinking it was really cool. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now he's going to start doing his little... what is it? Floaty thing. Again, don't let him get under you. Especially this time, because now he's gonna start dropping some bowling balls. You want to, as soon as they fall, you want to jump in between him and the bowling balls, because he will push you into them if you don't. Like, yeah, you see how he starts to move forward. He will push into the bowling balls, and you will take a hit. So, after 2 bowling balls, he will drop 2 more Mecha Koopas, and there we go. Again, there we go. Yeah, don't ever jump towards his propellers either. Like, I know he can be really close to you at times, but don't jump into his propellers or you will take a hit. Alright, here we go again. The fire is back. Alright, the cool thing about this is that he does give you a break with the fireballs. Like, he has to stop, and that gives you a chance to jump out of the way of that stuff. And then, here we go. Final form. He's gonna start bouncing around. Really, probably the easiest part. Like, this, it's supposed to be hard. I actually like it when he gets in the middle right here. Makes it really easy. Alright, alright. Take that from you right there, my boy. And you're done. And he is done. That is a really easy boss fight. Mario games always have these really easy boss fights. I would say this is the hardest out of the original 4. And that says something how easy Mario games can be. But just like that, Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. Now, they completely neglect Luigi as always. Like, they fixed that in the GBA version. They put Luigi in there. But, just something to note right there. Got ourselves some fireworks. Saved our princess. And we're gonna have ourselves a good time. Alright, but yeah, as you know, we did get all 96 exits. LP is pretty much done. I have something else to show when we're done with this video. But yeah. Just like that, we are done. Oh man. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Nintendo, for a perfect video game. I don't know if I'd say this is my favorite game of all time, but it's definitely my favorite non-Sonic game. That is for sure. I love Super Mario World. I love everything about it. I love the hacks and everything that this game has brought. Yeah, like I said, thanks Nintendo so much for an amazing game. Now, something to mention about this cutscene right here is that on GBA they fix it up a little bit to where there's different color eggs, like the eggs that you saved. These are the eggs that you saved from the Koopalings, keep in mind. And then they also put Luigi in the back, like if you beat the game with Mario, and vice versa. I don't know, I find the GBA version does fix a lot of the little problems. And look at this background right here, man. It's like a nighttime Yoshi's Island. I always wanted this kind of background in the game. Always had me interested. Like, that's really cool. I don't know. It's like some really interesting beta looking stuff in this cutscene right here. But, man, this music is so freaking good. I love this game. I love beating this game for the music. Yeah, I love this music so much. Oh man, there's no other video game that makes me happier to beat. Like, I'm not even kidding. Mario 3 is actually really high up there, like the All-Stars version. The music is really good on there too. Makes you really happy about, you know, beating the game. And that's what you're supposed to feel like. It looks like our eggs are gonna hatch. And there we go. So, thank you! Alright, and here we have ourselves all the enemies that we've seen throughout this game. We've seen every single one of these in some form or fashion. Now, something also really interesting about these little cutscenes is, like, I guess the areas. Like, you don't see a lot of these enemies where you see them. I don't know. Like, where you see them right now, you generally don't see them. I don't know, it's really interesting. There's a Pidgeot bill down there. Our enemies changed into their autumn versions. So if you're wondering about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy everything about this game. I love what Super Mario World is. It's supposed to be that game that combated Sonic in a way. Like SEGA. So that's why I really appreciate it. It was like it was like that game that forced Sonic to be as good as it is. Like, kind of gave it that standard. So that's why I really love this game. It's perfect. It's a 10 out of 10. There's very few games I'd give a 10 out of 10. Look, there's a Porcupuffer. You don't ever see these things underwater. But it's here. Yeah, got the Big Boo, the Fishing Boo. Screw Fishing Boos, man. I hate those things. Dude, the music here is so freaking good. Like, I don't know why. Like, I get really nostalgic for this game. And there's something really interesting. You don't ever see these dry bones or these bony beetles with blue shoes. They normally have red shoes. That's like... I notice everything about this game. And you don't ever see these fish bones, like in a body of water like that. They're always like underwater. They're not like at a surface like that. And then the biggest one is like the Resnors. Like they don't ever have that kind of, I guess, background or anything. Yeah, man, this music. The perfect Mario experience in my opinion. People always wonder why. Like, I think this is probably the greatest game of all time. Yeah, I'm just really happy that we got to play this, you know, have some fun with this. Glad y'all enjoyed the LP. And yeah, let me know what else y'all like to see me play. I have some other things I plan on playing, but, you know, again, thank y'all so much for all the support throughout this LP. And that is pretty much that. One thing to mention is that when you get to the screen, you do have to reset the game, so keep that in mind. Yeah, like I said, all 96 exits, we're done. All we have left to do is look at the extras of this game. That'll be a different video, and I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and until then, peace out. Y'all have a good night.